All right. So up next is a new segment to PechaKucha. We call it 20 Random Slides. If you think it's difficult to get up here and talk for 6 minutes and 40 seconds to slides that you've prepared and you've practiced for, imagine what it's like to get up here and talk to 20 slides you've never seen, ever. Who would be crazy enough to take on this challenge? Well, no, not me. Whoa, we actually have a volunteer there. I'm going to sign you up for next time. Because I can tell you tonight, who decided that they'd actually kick this off for us is none other than our own Dan Terpstra. Yes. Give him a big round of applause because he's going to need it. Because I spent some time this afternoon pulling together some doozy 20 slides for you. All right. Everybody smile. Throw your hands up in the air. You're having a good time. PechaKucha Grand Rapids, Volume 6. All right, there we go. Dan, are you ready for this?
Never.
Have you ever seen these slides before?
No.
Have you practiced?
Yeah, no, I did see something on the corner of my eye a second ago.
What?
Don't look.
What'd you see? What did it look like?
I think it was a spoon.
A spoon?
A spoon, yeah.
All right. He might have gotten a sneak peek then, but I don't think that's going to prepare him at all. Everybody, please, a round of applause for Dan Terpstra and 20 Random Slides. Here we go.
Real quick, remember, be willing to do this next time because it's terrifying. All right. I'm as ready as I'm going to be. All right, I'm Dan Terpstra. I'm a photographer in Grand Rapids, and I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of stupid things, which might work out well to what I believe to be cornflakes. You may know that cornflakes was created by Kellogg. Was it R.F. Kellogg? I don't know, but he was like a doctor, like a psychologist, and he opened a, I might say it wrong, but it's like an insane asylum or something like that down in Kellogg where he was bleeding people and stuff. And Tony the Tiger was one of the greater inventions, and this comes from my graphic design days, the mid-20th century, from Leo Burnett ad agency. And I believe it could be one of the other big, like Chicago, New York ones. But Tony likes to say, you just did some of it for me. So I want to talk about my weekends and what I do at night. This is me, and this is when I'm typically putting a little extra makeup on. I shave down a little bit. It's like a bald cap, but I put it down on the lower side of my face, and I charge up with the world's greatest batteries. Nothing says great energy like Energizer and a neck massager. Nothing like 2 Ds. You know, a couple big plus Ds and a neck massager makes me feel like a young woman again. And so, this is my fiance? No, oh, sorry. No, this is what I look like when I put my other glasses on, I put my curlers up and everything like that. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track a little bit. I get home, I dress up like a little kitty, I start playing with D batteries, and then now where was I? Okay. So we're going to talk just a little bit about how awkward this is. The goal for next time is that we literally have a guy like that just go, I'm going to do this, and he's going to see batteries. That's the goal. I'm waiting now to see what it is. Everyone else is kind of like, So I went to Korea last month with my fiance. Well, she wasn't my fiance. I proposed to her on the beach of Samchuk, which has a place called Penis Park nearby. Search it on the internet. It's real. It didn't have this, but I felt like that when I was next to North Korea, where I dumped some of the ashes of my friend Tom. He died about a year and a half ago, and so when I went into the DMZ, and they're like, no pictures and stuff, and I'm like going, oh, my thing's trapped. I'm like, pictures, and you're like the North Koreans are going to come after me inside the tunnel, and I would be sitting on the can with... Anyone want to hoot this one? All right, so the bathrooms in North Korea have what's called a squatter. Most people in America have never seen a squatter. You take a man's urinal and put it on the floor, and and you make many different dishes and kimchi and some different soups and things. that does look like kind of like kimchi and stuff. The food, it kind of smells horrible in Korea. But that's why I was happy to come back to America for a bowl of cereal with Captain Crunch. I don't know as much about Captain Crunch, but my oldest brother did a beautiful picture of a whole bunch of breakfast people pictured as the Last Supper. And he thinks I shouldn't show it here, but I think I probably would if I ever get the chance. One of the things I like with Crunch is the Crunch berries with kittens. And so I'm going to be married in about 6 months, and I just lost my dog, Sammy. She was my sweet little puppy that I love so much. But I'm taking on cats. So this is hopefully not how they'll be presented to my home, where we're going to be cooking them. Again, going back to my weekends, I shave down, typically starting with my legs and work my way to my head. And it's weird when you shave down like that, you get the Greg Louganis look, how your eyes pop out. They get like really big, as you see. Maybe it'll be better this way. Is this more accurate? Okay. Seriously? All right. So when you do a mug shot of an animal, one of the key things you want to do is you want to do a high-key background so you can see the beautiful catch light in their eye. I'm a photographer, so I'm obsessing over the beard and cooking the animal afterward. I would be more comfortable eating the corn. That stuff, I side with the vegan on that, although I do eat red meat. When it starts to become questionable meat, that just becomes kind of, I don't know, it goes back to my Allendale days and how kind of scary I was about things. You know I'm sponsored by Nikon, right? I can actually, with not a 450D, with a 5D Mark III, probably get the settings quicker than most Canon users, though, because I'm a little bit obsessive about technology. I live by by taking photos in the U.S. Capitol, where I look for anything that's appealing and very exciting to me. So it's like there's nothing that says politics and government that's not cooperating together, quite like men jogging in little swimsuits in the winter time. So you'll probably see me out there going all over the place in the wild kingdom of Washington, D.C., where I'll be taking pictures and I'll be looking for guys running and people doing all sorts of things like that. Forest Club, this is fantastic. No, but truly, I don't even know what slide we're on because I didn't create this. Then it hit me. There are a few people who've come up to us tonight and said they were interested in coming to PechaKucha, but they said, how fun would it be sitting in the back just watching? What kind of challenge would it be getting up here? This is just BS, what I'm doing right now. There's a lot funnier people than me that I'd rather see it, but back to the serious stuff. Al Franken used to say, I'm smart enough, I don't know, it kind of looks the same as Frankenberry, though. The old Saturday Night Live days when they were great with Phil Hartman and Al Franken, who would say thank you. Thank you. People like me. Okay. Back to the man who created the slides.
Dan, how was that? How was it getting up there and talking about 20 slides you've never seen before?
It was actually kind of interesting, except for when it would just totally switch gears, and because you could get on a roll, and then all of a sudden it just...
That was my pleasure to provide that to you.
Did you do the kimchi on purpose?
I had a completely different storyline in mind when you put that together, but I'm glad that you could bring up your experience with North Korean squatting toilets, and then connect that with your experience shooting men running in their shorts through our nation's capital. It was an insight into you that I regret that I had to be exposed to.
You don't go to my blog. I've asked you. Okay, most of that. That's the funny thing about the 20 random slides for me is I actually had a lot of truthful stuff in there, but then you kept putting something else up, and I was BSing my way through it. So now it's left up to you to figure out which ones were natural.
All right, there we go. 20 random slides. Everybody, please give it up for Dan Terpstra. All right.